Hello and welcome to Team Core. My name is Nathan Bourne. I'm your Executive Director. I'm excited to help you launch your Legal Shield business. If you haven't already, right here to the right of me is a link that says First Step Document. Make sure that you print off that document. At the top, it should say First Step. With this document, I want to help you, again, launch your business. First and foremost, at this point, you should be excited. I know I was when I first got started, and it was because I had a strong reason to do this business, and I hope that you do as well. And if you haven't thought much about this, look here at letter A on the document. It says your why. It says if you had all the time and money you needed, how would your life change? Write down your dreams for the life that you want to create, and what's one goal that we can help you accomplish right now? It's important that you lay this out right now. I mean, are you doing this for your children? Are you doing it to take your kids from public school to private school? Do you want to retire some debt? Figure out what your long-term goals are, but then also figure out what your short-term goals are. You know, if I handed you $500 in cash right now, what would you do with it? Would you put it in the bank? Would you pay off a credit card? Would you give it to somebody that maybe has helped you in the past? Whatever it may be, you need to know your goals right now. What I want you to do is right now go seriously and write those things down. It's so important that you write them down. Take a couple minutes and do that, and then we'll continue with this document. Welcome back. I hope that you were able to do that and really think about why you're starting your business. And the second thing we want to talk about here is letter B. It says create your list. Remember, your list is the foundation of your business. It all begins here. And when making this list, you really don't want to judge anyone because number one, we don't know who needs our service and we don't know who's looking for an opportunity. So make sure you're not judging anyone. But right here in this portion, I want you to put the top 3 people, or rather the 3 people that you think of first that could use these services. Maybe they've expressed that they wanted to get their will done. Maybe they've expressed that they have an identity theft issue or a legal matter, somebody that you think maybe is just proactive and want to protect themselves with this service. We want to get some wins under your belt immediately. So do that right away. Go ahead and write the first 3 people that come to your mind when protecting yourself with this service. And when doing that, or when completing that, I would like you to take numbers 4 through 10. And here's where we're talking about the business building side of things. And you know what? You might be joining the organization saying, look, I have no desire to recruit. I just want to sell. And that's fine. If you want to write down every single person that needs a membership, then great. But what I've learned in my experience with Legal Shield now after 4 years is that you can't really decide for other people what they want. You know, a lot of people ask me that question. They'll say, are we trying to market the services? Are we trying to recruit individuals? Which one is it? And quite honestly, I don't decide. I just share the information. I share our wonderful services and I share our great opportunity. And people tend to buy themselves or recruit themselves. But when thinking about this, I want you to put the sharpest people you know. Think about the people that if you could only put a team together of 7 people, and by magically putting their names on this list, not only were they guaranteed to join your organization, but they were going to do it to the best of their ability. I'm talking about people with a circle of influence. Maybe it's your pastor. Maybe it's a real estate agent. Maybe it's a person that you know that is an entrepreneur, just extremely driven. Put that dream team down right now. I want you to do that. Make sure you put their name, their number, their background. Maybe they're in real estate. Maybe they work in corporate America. Maybe they're a stay-at-home mom. And we're going to help you launch your business by starting with these individuals right here. Go ahead right now and do that with this top 10 list. Number 1 through 3, people that need the membership or that you think would see value in it right away. And 4 through 10, the cream of the crop, your dream team. Go ahead and do that right now. Great. Well, now that you've done that, let's talk about the exposure process. If you see here at right above letter C where it says the exposure process, it's really quite simple. There's you, there's the people you know, there's a third-party tool, and there's a support team. So it's very simple. I mean, think about your experience, how you got involved in Legal Shield. Somebody you know probably contacted you, sensed if you had interest. You said, yeah, you know what, send over a video. I'd love to see what it is, or no problem, I'll sit down with you. Whatever it may be, they moved you to a third-party tool. You know, they didn't sit there and try to explain it to you over the phone, hopefully. They didn't try to give you a full presentation, explain to you how the law firm works and which attorney you'll be talking to and how much money you earn if you get involved. They just said, hey, look, this is a great opportunity. It's something I'm excited about, and I'd love for you to go check it out. Here's my website. So you want to make sure that you're constantly dishing it off to a third-party tool and not trying to do it yourself. Why? Because number one, most people, including yourself, I'm sure, don't have time for that. And then secondly, it doesn't duplicate, meaning that the average person can't do that. Then the other thing that's important is after somebody has seen the tool, they have seen a presentation, or they've checked out the videos, or maybe they've watched the DVD, well, it's important that a third-party expert, somebody that has a little bit more experience than you in the business, is there to answer any questions for your prospect, is there to explain to them how they can get started or how the income is earned. In other words, you want to make sure that they're there to close the deal. So again, this is you, the people you know, a third-party tool, and a support team through a three-way call. And to add to that, make sure that you get that individual out to a live event. So if you haven't made it out to a live event first, there's actually a link in this website where you can go and find out all the events for the calendar across the entire country with Legal Shield. So let me move forward right here talking about launching your business. This is the most important part of your business. And really, there's two steps to your training. There's the first step and there's the next step. You've probably seen that on the website here. Well, we're talking about the first step here. And as a part of your first step, you really want to focus on just this right now. And that is booking your private business reception and your private conference call. So what is a private business reception? Well, it's just that, right? It's when you have an opportunity to bring individuals together and share with them the opportunity. And it's when doing it in person. But the private conference call allows you to do it telephonically over the phone so that you can bring people all across the country onto one presentation. And I'm not going to go through the best way to do the private business reception or even why to do the private business reception, because none other than Mr. Brian Carruthers, the #2 money earner in all of Legal Shield, who has earned over $14 million through this very simple system, is actually in a video below me explaining all of this. So when you're finished watching these first few videos, make sure that you look at Mr. Carruthers' video that explains how to truly launch your business. I'm excited for you. In addition to that, get plugged in. Letter D here, as we wrap up this first step document, is about getting plugged in. I kind of mentioned a few minutes ago about getting out to the events. Well, you want to check out the basic training. You want to make sure that you get your orientation to Legal Shield. That's actually a part of your initial investment. It's a 3-hour class. It's completely included in your $149 investment. So check the calendar as to when you can get out to that. Find out when your weekly meeting is too, your business briefing. In addition to that, you can plug into our conference calls on Sunday and Wednesday night at 9:45, and then also start with some personal development, okay? There's actually a link on this website as well where you can look at some personal development materials as well. So with that, that's really it. That's how you launch your business. This is your first step. So let's just recap. Number 1, get excited. Number 2, have a reason to do the business. Number 3, start to make your list. And look, I know that I shared the list with you of 10. Well, in the back here, we encourage you to make a list of everybody that you know, not just the 10 people that you know. Because not all 10 of those people are going to see Legal Shield as an opportunity or want to protect their families with this membership. So make a long, long list, because the longer the list, the more money you'll earn. Simple math. And then, of course, launch your business by booking your private business reception and your private conference call and get plugged in. Or your first goal is to get Fast Start qualified, and we're excited to help you do that. So I hope this video was useful for you, and we're looking forward for you in all your success in taking your next step in Legal Shield. God bless.